Mm.
Good evening and welcome everyone for today's session. Today is our 1722nd day of continuous webinar. And today's our guest is Dr. Subhash Singh. Today we are so honored to welcome.
Dr.
I
Anjali,
don't
he
know,
has or not?
has
Dr.
he joined?
Has joined.
Let me check. Let me check.
I,
No, not yet. Not yet.
yes.
I think not yet. Maybe Dr.
I'll call
Subhash,
him.
if you have joined from another mobile or some another names, means please.
I'll call him. I'll call him.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you. Okay, welcome all the participants for today's session. I think Dr. Subhash is not. Sir.
Dr. Subhash is unable to join with today. So we can have his topic is organ of medicine. So I think I have to do something myself. So
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, that's great.
He is not able to join today. So I'm just looking for my presentations and I will just start now. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you so much.
On November 23rd, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I truly believed in my heart, with my strong faith, that I was already healed. During the day, all day long, I would just say, thank you for my healing. On and on and on I went, thank you for my healing. I believed in my heart I was healed. I saw myself as if cancer was never in my body. One of the things I did to heal myself was to watch very funny movies. That's all we would do, is just laugh, laugh, laugh. We couldn't afford to put any stress in my life because we knew stress was one of the worst things you can do while you're trying to heal yourself. From the time I was diagnosed, which was November 23rd, to the time I was healed totally, was approximately 3 months. And that's without radiation and chemotherapy.
So today I have seen one post in our IFPH advisory committee that cancer has healed with the mind power. Sir, are you ready? Sahani, sir?
Just I'm uploading my
Okay.
PPT. I'm uploading my PPT. Yeah.
Okay then. So
as soon as I upload, I will let you know, sir.
Okay.
I have joined from another link so that I can upload.
Okay. That time I'm just giving some
few minutes more required.
So this is also from one movie, but this incident has happened. Diagnosed with breast cancer, and she completely removed the stress. She was away from the stress, and even she was grateful for the things that she have. So most of us have many. We are angry towards others. We are keeping revenge. Okay. Manoj Doctor, you're co-host now.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Ajani. Well, we must think, we must add something to that. The footnote of Apostle 206, where it says, all these causes are too insignificant to cause a chronic disease to continue for years, as well as to grow it. So if it is a real, true chronic management disease, that will not be removed or cured with such methods. At the same time, it was happened due to some other exciting cause or maintaining cause, definitely we can expect. So this was very clearly mentioned by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, chronic disease. I think Or Sahan sir is ready now, I think.
Yeah, he's ready. Okay, sir, you can start.
Kindly making co-host a second device also.
Okay.
He's using 2 devices.
Okay. Dr. Danish also joined.
Yeah, one is MK Sahani, another one is Mudul Sahani. Yes, now it is 2 hosts. Okay.
Yeah. I will.
My PPT is visible.
Yes, sir, is visible.
I'm visible. PPT
Visible,
is
sir,
visible.
visible. Yeah.
Yeah. So just a jump. I am taking a long jump from organon of medicines to the ecobacterial gut system. That is the influence of Phages and Fungi in the micro and homeopathy. So this is just recently I had to talk about this extra-bacterial gut ecosystem. All we know that there are our entire gut system is filled with a lot of the bacteria and the viruses. So I'm just going to discuss on this topic today. What is gut health, and what is the way that is important for overall health? So why it should be kept? We have to take considerations, care for our gut system, abdominal system, gastric system, so that it can remain well for life. That there is beautiful quotes from Hippocrates that all diseases starts in the gut. All diseases starts in the gut. So everything that happens, why? This is important questions that we have to ask. Why everything has to start from the gut? Because whatever we intake, all the outlet of the body, and wherever there are the outlet of the body, they are responsible for making us direct contact with the external environment. And when from the external environment you take something, you take inside your life, so you will get disease. You intake both positive and negative matters for your life. So this is disease guts, and then another aspect is the respiratory organ. Respiratory organ is also very susceptible organ, likewise that abdominal gastric systems. Friends, our food, again, Hippocrates has very nicely quoted that our food should be our medicines, and our medicines should be our food. So what we eat, and you know that every food that we eat, everything that we eat, they contribute to build your body, build your life, or they also contribute to harm you. So substance that is intaken, and Dr. Henneman has defined homeopathic medicines as the medicines are those substances which has the capacity to change in the scenario of our human life. All those substances which are capable of changing the scenario of the health. This is very important. That means either to make you healthy or to make you disease. This is important things. So whatever we take, that constitute to be our part of the body, and they also constitute to be the part of our disease. And the same thing that like your life, that the things that you take and the things that you can harm you, and that the same thing can be, and this is the law of Primedia of Dr. Henneman. Friends, my topic includes the abstract introductions, window into the microbiome, and composition of the extra-bacterial gut ecosystem, interactions within the gut ecosystem, influence of human health, and homeopathic perspective on extra-bacterial system, ecosystem, challenges and opportunity, clinical implications and for homeopathy, then conclusion and references. So this is the table of content, and this is the abstract. This is the summary of my presentations. Traditionally, the human gut microbe has been understood primarily as the bacterial community influencing the health and the disease. Recent advancements, however, have revealed a complex ecosystem, including not only bacteria but also bacteriophages, fungi, archaea, and viruses. This expanded view brings new insight in our gut ecosystem dynamic, disease process, and therapeutic interventions. Friend, the human gut is home to an incredibly complex and dynamic community of microorganisms, where there are some bacteria which are very helpful, useful for our life, and there are the bacteria which are harmful for our life. And the bacteria which are bacteria or viruses which are useful, or they are required, they are essential requirements for our life. That's why we say the live and let live. Symbiosis. Symbiosis is the process of the life where we allow our other people to live with us, and we give something and we take something from them. So this is called the symbiotic effect the bacteria are providing. But besides this, there are the bacteria which are harmful for us, and they that's why in homeopathy we find that some bowel nosal system of the medicines has been introduced, and they are very useful medicines also. In homeopathy, the principle of treating the whole persons rather than isolated symptoms align with the emerging system biology view of the human body. Therefore, integrating and understanding of the extra-bacterial component of the microbiome into homeopathy philosophy may enhance individualized treatment strategy, preventive measure, and overall therapeutic efficacy. The presentations explore the biological role of the gut, phage, and fungi, their interaction with the bacterial communities, their influence of human health, and their relevance to homeopathy. Now, what is let me tell something about the microbiome. The human gut microbiome is primarily composed of the fungi in the Saccharomyces, Candida, and Malacea genera, with Candida species dominating. Fungal cells harbor distinct immunostimulatory molecules and activate distinct immune pathways compared with the bacteria and other members of the microbiome. Some fungi, including those in the Candida genus, activate adaptive and innate immune response that promote metabolic health and protect against the infections. That I told you about the symbiotic effects of the benefit that we are getting from this microbe. Then our gut is then protected by large quantity of AIG antibody, and these IgA interact with the microbiome and play a big role in what microbes and the biology of the microbes. Leveraging the hyphal system, specific IgA response to protect against the disease seems possible, designed to induce the adhesion specific immune response. Now, the bacteriophages inside the guts. I'm just going to tell you the composition of the this bacterial system into our phages. Phages are the viruses that specifically infect bacteria, represents a major part of the gut biome. They exist in astonishing number, estimated at 10 to the power 8 and 9 to the power 8 phages per gram of the fecal matter. So research on the gut microbiome clinical attention to it has focused mainly on bacteria, but bacteriophages and fungi play a critical role as well, with significant influence on health and disease. Experts say the gut microbiome that is the World Health Summit was this is the final outcome for the research that or the role. Now, another area is the fungi, that is 1% of the genetic material in the microbiome, but 1% to 2% of its total biomass. Despite their relative rarity, they have an important and outside influence on gut health, and important that results from their unique interface with the immunity system, which Kaila of the Institute Medical Campus, University of Calgary. So this is the bacterial. Fungi are very less in number, but they have the large effects on our life. Then bacteriophage. Bacteriophage means the viruses that infect and kill the bacteria are highly abundant in the gut. So they are there to protect us, and they are helping us in changing our life system. So phage viruses that specifically infect bacteria represents a major part of the gut's biome. They exist in an astonishing number. This is the number 8 to the power 8 and 10 to the power. That's why most of the time, in spite of that poisonous substance, viral substance, the junk food that you are eating, and you remain healthy in spite of those, only because of the phage bacteria. Then bacteriophage represents a promising approach for the treatment of multi-drug resistant bacterial pathogens in an era increasing resistance. Now, what is happening with the medicines that we are consuming, the large antibiotics, we are just killing our bacteriophage. That means the helpful bacteria are being killed by the antibiotics. That is very crucial for our health. It was just discovered a century ago, but phage therapy was widely abundant once antibiotics were developed. So earlier it was detected, but with the antibiotics, people started looking for the external antibiotics, the external substances which will kill their bacteria. Now, I'm going to the types of the different types of the phages phages are there. This lytic phage, they destroy the bacterial host through the replications. They multiply in themselves. Then lysogenic temperate phage integrate with the bacterial genome and can influence. So this is the integrating that is becoming changing their character like that of the bacterial genome, and they kill that. So phage can save bacterial community structure and regulate bacterial populations density and facilitate horizontal gene transfer, thus contributing to microbial diversity and adaptability. Now, fungi in the gut. The gut microbiome is less abundant than the bacterial microbiome, but plays critical role in health. Predominant fungal genera in the human gut include Candida, Saccharomyces, and Malassezia. Fungi interact with the immune system, compete with the bacteria for resources, and influences gut homeostasis. Fungi in the gut, they contribute to immunomodulations. That is modulating the immune, creating a balance with the immune system of the body. This is the role of the fungi in the gut. So they are harmful, they are helpful also. Fungi diabetes is associated with the disease like inflammatory bowel disease, irritable bowel syndrome, and systemic infections. Fungi may form biofilm, promoting antibiotic resistance and chronic inflammations. Then how the phage and bacteria interact. This is the interactions between the phage this is the fight that happens between the bacteria and the phage, directly controlling the bacterial populations through the predations. Then selectively present bacteria leading to the emergence of phage resistance strain, and then mediate bacterial virus by transferring toxin agents and save bacterial community composition, thus indirectly affecting a host health. Second is competitive interactions of nutrient and space. This is very important. Now, the more nutrient we are taking, with less we are becoming synergistic interactions, forming complex biofilms that are more resilient to environmental stress. Cross-kingdom signaling, where bacterial products influences fungal growth and the vice versa. Direct interaction between the pig and the fungi are less understood. However, recent studies suggest that some phage can bind fungal surface. Phage may indirectly influence fungal community by altering bacterial populations, then in turn to affect the fungal growth. Now, that homeostasis. Now we are discussing with the homeostasis. That is a balance that it has to be maintained. Both phages and fungal are integral to maintaining the gut homeostasis. So we are phages are also required and fungi is also required. So instead of trying to remove all those bacteria, we have to be selective in maintaining the homeostasis. So microbial community stability, barrier functions, integrity, and immune system maturations and regulation. Then diabiosis and disease disruptions. Diabiosis means disruption in phage or community are linked together. When the balance is lost, so inflammatory disease, IPD or Crohn's disease may appear. Metabolic disorder, obesity or diabetes, neuropsychiatric disorders, depressions, autism, spectrum disorders, and autoimmune disease, multiple sclerosis are happening. Then diabetes, I'm giving you some of the example. In Crohn's disease, an increase in Candida propolis and certain bacteriophages has been observed. Fungal overgrowth such as Candida species can excrete inflammatory and permeability. This is the influence on the human health, how they are. So many diseases are there, and it is because of the gut ecosystems. So many diseases. Just you can see when there is a disbalance with this. Now, looking with the homeopathic approach, as we know that homeopathy is an individualized system of the medicines, and given the complex interplay between gut microbes, host genetics, and environmental factors, the homeopathic principles of individualized patients become more pertinent. Different patients have different microbial signature even at the same disease. Remedies could be selected not only based on the symptoms, but with consideration with the underlying microbial patterns. Then remedy actions and the microbe. Some studies suggest that homeopathic medicines may have subtle modulatory effects on the microbial community. In vitro studies have shown changes in bacterial growth pattern after remedy exposure. It is plausible that remedy also influence phage activity and fungal balance through direct evidence, but direct evidence are not there. And then emerging concepts, the new concepts are coming that we are already using in homeopathy, that is the no source, homeopathic preparation, that is disease product could be reconceptualized to include the viral and fungal component. Prophylactic use of the homeopathic remedy could target latent diabetes early. So nosodes, now the different categories of the nosodes are there. We have the bowel nosodes, we have the different type of the things are coming up. Now challenges and opportunity. The scientific validations, the gut biome and microbiome are still emerging fields. More systemic studies are needed to the effect of homeopathy on phages and fungi. Development of omic-based research integrating genomic biomes and microbial is essential. Then homeopathy can integrate in finding more from microbe research by developing diagnostic tools that consider microbiome species, tailoring remedy selections and potency based on the microbiome profiles. Then research potential are there. Homeopathic medicines can integrate findings from microbiome research by effect of homeopathic remedy on fungal biofilms. These are the area where the opportunity are there. Fungal influence of remedy on host dynamics and longitudinal study are required for correlating the remedy outcome with the microbiome changes. So clinical implications for homeopathy. These are the things that we use to suffer. The patient history should be include gastrointestinal symptoms suggestive of fungal or the viral imbalance. Then remedy selections may prioritize those known for the fungal and viral related pathogens like Candida applicants, Thuja occidentalis, and the nitric acid. This new emerging medicines can be there. Potency selections could be guided by the chronicity and the depth of the diabetes, and follow-up of the criteria may include monitoring not only symptomatic changes but also potential biomarker, a gut health, fungal load, inflammatory markers, etc. So in the end, I can say understanding the gut microbes beyond bacteria, recognizing the key role of Phages and fungi represents a paradigm shift in the medicine. In homeopathy, this expanded view resonates with the core principle of individualization, wholeness, and dynamic balance. Although scientific exploration is still in its early stage, integrating knowledge of the extra-bacterial ecosystem holds immense promises for refining homeopathic diagnosis, remedy selections, and treatment monitoring. Future interdisciplinary research bridging microbiology, immunology, and homeopathy could open new therapeutic frontiers, helping to restore health by respecting and harmonizing the subtle complexity of the human ecosystem. So these are the references where I have consulted to prepare this research. It is likely to be published. So your gut and brain are deeply connected. Heal your gut and your body will start craving food that nourishes now. But this is another. When you require your desire and how your desire and aversions are monitored in your life. You have liking for the sweets. You have liking for the. You have hate for something. Why? Why it is like that? So we start craving. Sometimes there is a craving for the unhealthy food, like junk food. We start. Why? Because the ecosystem is not our gut system is not proper. So when your gut health, your phages and fungi balance is there, the desire will change and you will start having the nourishing food. And diversity is not just good for human groups, it's essential for your gut microbiome. A diverse gut bio is directly linked to healthy and longevity. So thank you. With this, my presentations. I have tried to. This is a short presentation that recently I prepared, and my area for work was the IBS. Recently, we are looking for more and more IBS patients are approaching us, and since it is being considered as incurable disease, it is and also we take it as an incurable disease. But with homeopathic system of the medicines and understanding and for understanding and treating them IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and other disease, abdominal disease, it is very much important that we must have the understanding about the gut system of our life, gut system of our body. So thank you very much. So this was my short presentations that I tried to, and with a very short time, I was not prepared earlier, but let me see if you have any chatting questions, especially from Dr. Manoj.
Thank you, Sahan, sir. Well, it's a new topic for us. At the same time, very interesting one and important one, because we know that in day-to-day practice, the autoimmune disease and this type of chronic diseases are on the rise. And of course, homeopathy is a long system of medicine which can clear the cases with this damage. That's the most important thing. And I have a different opinion regarding the diet of the Hippocrates wordings. Our food should be our medicine. I think this otherwise, because food should be taken regularly, but medicine is not taken regularly. Then again, food is a substance which always promote health. At the same time, medicine is always creating diseases. So there is some difference of opinion, I think, with the Hippocrates words. I invite your opinion, sir. What is your clearance on that? Am I audible, sir?
Just you have to repeat. I'm just missed the part. I missed the part of your questions.
Yes. The Hippocratic word you quoted. Our food should be our medicine, and our medicine should be our food.
Yeah.
Yes. But I think medicine and food acting in the opposite direction. One is a regular part of our day-to-day life is food, but medicine is not a regular part, should not be a regular part. Then another one is the food is always improving health, or yes. At the same time, medicine, if you took unwantedly, it will deteriorate health. So these are the opposite terms, I think. Am I right, sir?
Sir, I can just say on this matter that when we talk about the food or the things that you eat, yeah, the things that we eat, sir. So eating, what is the purpose for the eating? The purpose for the eating is to get the nourishment, to build our life. But when the purpose is changed to enjoyment, to satisfy your taste bud, what will happen? Satisfying taste bud is different things, and satisfying your stomach is different things. So we have to be very much careful about satisfying the taste bud, whether we want to satisfy the taste bud or we want to satisfy our gut. This is the understanding that is very much important. This is one factor. Another point is that I would like to say that and everywhere it is mentioned that the same substance that we are using in our materia medica, like the onion, we have the medicines Allium cepa, and we have the intake of the Allium cepa every day in the food. We have the medicines like so many medicines are there, and they are our food. They are our food. Why they have become medicines? Why these food substance have been? Because getting the harmful aggravating factors coming out from those things. That's why it is like Dr. Henneman has nicely mentioned that substance in the large dosage, in the abnormal dosage, not in a proportionate dosage, they act like a poison. And the substance which are taken in a balanced way, they act like a nutrition. And the substance which is taken in a minimum dose, it acts like the medicines. So the same substance become the medicines, same substance become the nutrition, and same substance become the poison. So this is the only things that we have to capture in our mind. We have to find out where it is getting harmful and where it is, to what extent it is. Recently, I was not tolerating with the meat. This was my earlier behavior. But when I became sick because of my injury and not able to have the proper health. My health reduced to, I lost from 90 kg to 70. I am presently I'm 60 kg only. Just imagine 90 kg to 60 kg. And there was a great need for the nourishment. What happened? My desires got changed. My absorption capacity got changed. The substance which I was not tolerating earlier, it has become tolerable. I can digest the meat food very fastly. I can digest the proteinous food very fastly nowadays. And that was not so much because my gastric system was not so proper earlier. So this is the understanding that is very much important, sir. What I feel that we must have the understanding, better understanding about making the patient understand what is possible and how they can narrate. Until they change their mindset, it is not possible to change anything in the life. You cannot treat the patient. The medicines alone itself don't work. It is important saying goes on. Medicines alone will not work. They need counseling. And that's why Dr. Henneman said, every patient that we have to, that we undertake, we have to capture their history. We have to look like we have to act like a person who is looking, seeing that, observing the persons, what is lacking there, what is not there, and we have to find it out. That will makes a great sense in your life.
The articles you mentioned having some medicinal power or medicinal action that we are not using as staple food. The spices and condiments, they are not staple food. Only in small quantity we are consuming.
Sir, articles I collected while I was preparing for my habit is that I am used to keep on reading and collecting materials. But during those course, I just got
glitches in your
bowel syndrome. Our system is very important. It helped me to understand the gut system of and make the patient realize that there is a problem in your gut system, and you have to look for that, and then you can change the patient's life. Until you make the mind positive and draw the mind towards the system, toward the problem will not be solved.
Sir, another question is that, what about the microbiome profile you mentioned about? This microbiome profile, what is that, sir?
And that in microbiome profile, we have the big surrounding different type of the microbiomes are there. That are included fungi, bacteria, viruses, everything that includes. And there are two categories. One, the Phage category. Phage means one bacteria is helpful for your life. They used to support they kill the negative bacteria. And there are the group of the bacteria they are trying to invade your life. So, and the balance of the life is being maintained. You you might have heard the word symbiosis. Symbiosis means live and let live others. Living together, taking the support, taking some part of your nutrition from the body, and on that behalf, giving you the protections from the negative parts. So you have to pay. You have to pay. Some part of the nutrients are being consumed by your bacterial system, and for that you are given the you are supplied energy and the protections from that. So they act as a security force for you. They act as the forces which will help you keep better in the life.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Manoj. And anyone else have question? Dr. Shafiq, Dr. Danesh. Sir, there is any relation between our need and desires?
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely, sir. Definitely, madam. Anjali, you know the market. What is the market? What happens in the marketing?
What, sir?
You have heard about the hoarding system? Hoarding. When there is a scarcity,
Yeah.
when there is a scarcity,
Yeah.
businessmen, they try to hoard the things and they will
Yeah.
sell at the large price.
My husband was working with a supermarket group, so they always make scarcity
So
to
hoarding.
attract people.
So we have the same thing happens with the we see the wheat need and your desire, need and desire. When your need is there, then definitely it gets linked with the desire. Suppose that there is some loss of the iron or anemic, you are becoming more anemic. In that case, if in that case you just inquire, talk with the patient, and you see the type of the food they will require, they want to eat. So this is one thing. But another thing, in contrast, we can say that diabetic patients, and the people who don't have the diabetes, they have no desire for the sugar, and the people who have the desire for the who are diabetic, they develop desire for the.
Yeah, that is because of restrictions. The children, if we are restricted,
that is the mental
they will.
psychology. That is the mental
Yeah.
psychology created. So that's why the mind is the controlling. Mind is also controlling your life. It is the desire, but need is also important factor. Just I gave you the example of my own example, digesting the protein. Protein was not a suitable substance for me. Now it has become the most desired food also, as well as the digestible food for also. So when the things are digested, they become very important. They act as a nutrient. The things that which you desire, but you don't act. So what type of the food I usually restrict to the patient. Patient comes, sir, what I should eat and what I should not eat. I said, you eat everything that you like, but you hate, don't take those foods which by eating you get some problem in the body. So two things must coincide: desire and your tolerance, desire and tolerance for that substance. And when the two things match together, desire and the tolerance match together, the things happen is that you get the health. So only because you don't understand understand the things the liking, what is the internal desire, the problem starts. There are the situations in our life.
What you said, problem starts. What you said at last, I didn't get.
There are the situations in the life where we are attracted by external phenomena. Lot of the markets, you go into the market and you stand before the sweet shop. What will happen?
Yeah.
So many food, so many sweets. So what the mind gets puzzled, what to eat and not what to, everything is attractive. And at that time, you loses your logic and you start whichever which is more attractive. Now here you are not using your mind, you are using your
not the desire. After seeing, we'll get the desire.
That is the influence. Influence without using the mind. This makes you the disease part. So when you decide, when you eat, you have to think that whether it is good for me or actually I desire or not. There are two types of the desire. Desire which comes from inside and desire which comes through your eyes.
Yeah.
Desire that comes through your eyes and desire comes from within your heart. So which type
And
of
the eyes
desire?
are working more, I think. Nowadays, wherever we go, after seeing many things, we get desire. After seeing the pictures, boards, and all.
this is the medical scenario. Whenever I ask patients, what type of food you like, the children will say, definitely pizza, sir, pizza. Pizza is very tasty. So,
Yeah.
why they like pizza? Not because they have the desire for the pizza, only because they find it that other people and they are sharing too much of the pizza in their surroundings. So all the junk and this is the promotional factor for the junk food. All the junk food, what they make it, lot of the attractive advertisements are being made for are made by the this junk food, Lay's, pizza, hamburger, so many foods are there. है ना? ये छोला भटूरा, so many foods are there that but you are not. Then another factor is also important regarding the food is that uh, uh, that you belongs to your Kerala, I think so.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So Keralian have their own food habits. You agree with me?
Yes, yes.
I belong to Bihar. I have my own food habit. Suppose I try to adopt the Keralian food habit and in my life, whether it will be tolerable or to me or not. What do you feel?
That is true, sir, because when we change to chapati and all, no, chapati, kubbus and all, actually the our traditional food is rice.
Yeah.
But when we adopted the chapati style, many have developed the gluten sensitive syndrome and like that.
And gluten syndrome, who are suffering from the gluten syndrome? You understand gluten syndrome?
Yeah.
Chapati, the gluten that is found in the chapati.
Yeah.
So who are suffering from the gluten? Not we Bihari, not we Bihari, not the Punjabi. The more people who are suffering
that's
from
what
the
I'm
gluten
telling.
syndrome are
Who
from the
adopted the
Bengal.
new style, they are suffering, not the traditional uses.
They are from the Bengal, they are from the Kerala, they are from the South India.
Yeah.
Dr. Dhanesh wants to say something.
That's what I'm telling. Those who are adopting the new styles, they will develop different. That's what you are about to tell, right?
Dr. Dhanesh, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. It's really a very good session indeed, and the discussion going on here is also excellent. And in the presentation, sir told that the food is a medicine. It's just like a proverb, but it does not mean that this is the medicine. And that's what my attitude towards that, because if you used to take the healthy food, just like people from the natural, the naturopathy used to say that you take a little bit of nuts, little bit of coconut, and this some little bit of this well, pea and all these things for breakfast. It will work as a medicine for them. That means it does not mean that it cure the disease, but it may protect you from getting illness. That's what the terminology is meant for. When people used to take medicine whenever there is illness, when you get a kind of illness, you consult a doctor, and the doctor prescribes some medicine, some chemical drugs or something, just homeopathy or whatever maybe, that will work as a medicine and to cure the patient. But whether the cure happened is happening is or not is not the question. It may not be, or it can be, but that is a different attitude towards this food is a medicine concept. And that's why they used to say that you take food in time, in early morning. They ask the people to take a little bit of juice and then a small kind of this thing. They won't give very good quantity of rice instead of just a cup of rice. I like that. In order to prevent the person being get into disease. That's what my attitude towards that. Yeah, but we can see that Most of the North Indians take a lot of sweets, jalebis, laddu, and these sweet different varieties of sweets, and not only in festivals but also at all time. I have seen last time when I visited to Jaipur, then a lot of people coming into a bakery and sitting in front, and they are taking lot of jalebis and sweet drinks also. I was worried, but being a South Indian, we used to sit in the bakery and we used to take some little bit of one or two vadas or bhajis. Only some those are boiled in oil. But the difference is that, but still, the diabetes is less in North India compared to South India, because the people from North India takes a lot of vegetables, and that itself is a very good substitute for medicine. Am I right, sir?
Yes, sir. In Bihar, there is an area which is known as Mithilanchal and West Bengal. And Mithilanchal and West Bengal have got a lot of the similarity. They are fond of the sweets. They are fond of the sweets, so much sweet. You can imagine that in the marriage functions, people can consume 50 rasgulla at a time, more than 50 rasgulla at a time, and they are not diabetic.
Yes,
They are not diabetic. But
but in Kerala,
Bengali also, same. But we say that why in Bihar also we have the diabetic, in Bengal also with diabetic. Why? Because misappropriation, it is not because of the sugar. It is not because of the sweetness. It is because of the sweetness has been taken away from the life. Sweetness.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I think I have presented a lecture. On this platform also, diabetes is life deprived of the sweetness. Life deprived of the sweetness. This is the
Exactly. That is this is a good caption for that.
yes, exactly. That we need to promote in that way also.
Caption.
I'm not to my diabetic patients. I don't restrict them to eat sweets. I say, yeah, you have to consume. They become very happy with me. Doctor is allowing me to eat that rasgulla. What? And even they eat rasgulla or the sweets, they are not becoming diseased. You are talking about the jalebi. You know you go to the UP, you go to the Punjab, you go to the Rajasthan, they have the breakfast, jalebi and milk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Jalebi and milk. I have seen.
Jalebi and milk.
That's why I told you that I have seen that
Very,
people coming
very
in front of the bakery
nutrient.
and taking
Given
these.
that what it is
Another
making
good
rava puri, halwa puri.
halwa puri. No, jalebi is a good medicine for your dysentery problem, sir.
A dysentery problem.
Yeah, dysentery. It can remove your dysentery system. These are some of the things that I have discovered from the patients.
Sir, I have one more question.
Then for the dysentery patients, they also say that consuming meat, mutton is also good, and that will help you removing the. So these are the some individual study. You have to understand the patient. We learn through the patients also. We have to learn from the patient also. You have to see the patient's and the scenario from where the patient is coming and why the sufferings are like that. Suppose I start living for more than 20-25 years in Kerala, what will happen to me? The whole of my structure will get changed, modified, and this modified will require the modified food also. So it is interchangeable life. Life is interchangeable, changing from one pattern to the another. We are constantly changing. We are constantly becoming one person, and next moment we are another person. These are the things that is very much crucial for our life. So it was just thanks to Dr. Subhas Singh for not coming
No, sir, we have already arranged a session for you on the 30th of this month on the same subject, but
No, for the India session, Hindi session also, now I have to, I have to be careful for him, for the Hindi session, to remind him before.
oh, these things can happen at any time, sir. But
No, because they are on the job, sir. This is
yes,
important.
yes,
They are very government job are very problem. Any moment they will give you the time, and any moment even Dr. Rajat Chattopadhyay, they used to suffer like this. So it's
yes,
not to
sir.
blame them, not to blame them.
But anyway, most of the time we are getting them. But only
Yeah,
very
we are getting. Whenever they are very much sincere persons. That's why
it is good.
they are very close to me, both Rajat and Subhash Singh. Because
Yesterday,
I have worked with his father Mahendra Singh. So from the childhood, I have seen both of them, Rajat and Subhash Singh, from my childhood, from their childhood. They have grown up before us.
Thank you, sir. I think now it is, we have only 2 minutes, even though I'm asking one of my doubt. Mostly the iron deficiency patients craves undigestible things, rice, icy cold water and all. Why?
Just repeat, madam. Just repeat.
Mostly the iron deficient patients craves undigestible things, rice, icy cold water. Why it is?
I don't agree with it.
But
I don't agree with it. Iron deficiency and desire for the pica. We are talking about the pica, na? Indigestible things. Indigestible things are desire. It comes when first. It is not that because of the pica, not because of the indigestible things. It is because that desire comes only because we have the deficiency. So deficiency is first, and then the desire comes.
Yeah, what I'm asking, if the iron, now when we are talking about if we have sweet desire, means our body needs sweet.
Yeah.
And this, what is the relation between this iron and these undigestible things? I mean, kind of rice.
When you have the desire for the rice, raw rice, when you have the desire for those things, it means that you need some changes in your you have to look for the your hemoglobin level, and when you start giving the where your hemoglobin starts improving, immediately the desire will vanish away.
So that's that's what I'm asking, sir. What is the relation? Now it is 8 o'clock. We will discuss in the next session.
What you think about the PCAS, indigestible things? They are non-nourishing substance.
I think 1 minute. We are.
They are not the nourishment.
The message personally, sir.
This is perversion of the desire. Perversion of the desire. This is called perversion of the desire. Altered desire. Altered, changed desire. Perversity comes to those persons who are deprived with the mental problem. This is another area which needs more understanding. Perversity. Why the perversity? There are a lot of that perversity in the life. So the perversity of the I am not linking this with the food and nutrition.
Okay, then, sir.
It is a perverted desire.
Okay, sir. Now it is a time to move to Malayalam session. Thank you, Sahani, sir, for your sudden action and very good class. Thank you so much. And bye-bye, everyone. Now we are moving to the Malayalam session. I'm inviting Dr. P. Shaila for moderating Malayalam session. Doctor, you are welcome. Thank you, Sahani, sir, once again.